When we look at the sky energies this week, imagine being handed the keys to this billion-dollar empire, only to be told you have to, like, build every single brick of it by hand starting today.
Oh boy, yeah, that sounds about right.
Right. Welcome to your new reality, my dear Aries. Oh my goodness, get ready because we are stepping into a brand new astrological year. Hello to my honeys, my nice-hearted listeners, and a massive, roaring happy birthday to our fiery coasts.
Absolutely. And a very, very warm welcome to you all, my dears. I'm just as thrilled as you are.
The sun has officially entered your sign, and it is your season to shine. Between March 23rd and the 29th of 2026, the universe is practically throwing a cosmic parade in your honor.
It really is. But you know me, I have to ground this incredible excitement with just a little bit of wisdom. And maybe, just a tiny bit of tough love for my favorite stubborn rams.
We love the tough love, but I know you impatient fire signs are already tapping your feet wanting the good news yesterday, so I'm getting straight to the point.
Yeah.
We are unpacking some of the most massive, fiery shifts you will experience this entire decade.
We really are. This is no ordinary week for our fiery cones. This is a week of incredible, life-altering transformation. The energy in the sky right now is just monumental.
I can't believe it. The energy is just vibrating right off the planetary charts. So let's connect the dots here because the biggest news in the sky right now is this overarching theme you're calling a 30-year reset.
Yes, exactly. A massive 30-year reset. You are not just celebrating a birthday, you are standing at the threshold of a completely new era in your life.
Okay, so the sun and Saturn are conjoining in Aries. But
Yeah.
wait, let's unpack this for a second. The sun moves fast, right?
Right, very fast.
It's there every single year to celebrate their birthday. But Saturn is the strict taskmaster, the incredibly slow one. So what is the actual mechanism here? Why is this specific meeting causing a 30-year reset?
That is the perfect question to start with. We have to look at the fundamental physics of these two celestial bodies. So the sun moves quickly, completing its journey through the zodiac every single year. It represents your core vitality, your ego, the very essence of your identity. It's the spotlight.
The big blazing fire.
Exactly. But Saturn is the slow, deliberate timekeeper of the cosmos. It takes about 28 to 30 years to complete its orbit around the sun. It is the planet of structure, discipline, boundaries, and time.
So when the blazing, fast-moving spotlight of the sun hits the slow, heavy, disciplined structure of Saturn, it's like freezing time for a moment.
Exactly. You are taking the infinite wildfire of Aries and putting it into a furnace. Think about it. A wildfire burns brightly but fades quickly, and it leaves destruction.
Right.
A furnace that contains fire. It powers an entire city for decades.
Oh, wow. That is a brilliant way to put it.
And the last time Saturn and the sun met in areas like this, establishing this specific kind of karmic furnace, was all the way back around 1997.
1997. That is wild. Let's think about 1997 for a second. We were dealing with the very beginnings of the massive tech boom, the foundations of the internet as we know it today.
Oh yeah, the dial-up internet sounds.
Yes, and the very first cell phones that looked like giant bricks. Some of our nice-hearted listeners were just babies back then, or maybe they were just starting their careers, renting their absolute first apartments.
Exactly. The world was laying down a permanent infrastructure for the future.
And globally, we might see some very intense shifts in leadership or political structures or major institutions right now. And we observe those global shifts completely neutrally, of course, just quietly watching the cosmic gears turn.
Of course, always neutral. But on a personal level for you, my dear Aries, this is exactly about claiming your own ultimate infrastructure. It is the universe looking you right in the eye and asking, well, how do you want to structure the rest of your life?
Wow, that's a heavy question.
It is. This energy is about taking on serious responsibilities, establishing your personal authority, and making life-altering career or life path decisions.
Okay, let's unpack this, because Aries energy is naturally impulsive. It wants to act now, think later, it wants to conquer.
Oh, absolutely it does.
But Saturn is saying, no, we are writing a 30-year business plan. So is this like getting the keys to your absolute dream sports car, but realizing you have to build the engine yourself from scratch first?
Oh, I love that. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is exactly like that. And let me tell you, I know you, Aries, want to just turn the key, step on the gas, and peel out of the driveway, leaving tire marks.
Room.
Right. But if you try to drive a car with no engine, you aren't going anywhere. Saturn feels incredibly heavy. It feels like a massive restriction to a fire sign.
Like someone slammed the brakes.
Exactly. But here is the secret, my honeys. Saturn brings the ultimate gift, And that gift is permanence.
Permanence.
Yes, if you put in the hard work right now, if you bolt that engine together piece by piece, even when it's boring, even when your hands are covered in grease, you are building a reality that will safely and powerfully transport you for the next 3 decades.
Isn't it great? I mean, yes, it's a lot of work, but the payoff is legendary. You're not just throwing up a temporary tent, you're building a fortress. You're building an empire.
You really are.
But here's where it gets really interesting, because you can't build a strong external empire if the ground underneath it is, like, completely rotting.
No, you absolutely cannot.
Which brings us to a huge emotional shift happening at the exact same time. Venus and Chiron are meeting up.
Yes, and this is where we have to do a little bit of emotional heavy lifting, my nice-hearted listener. Venus is the planet of love, value, finances, and our deepest relationships.
Okay.
And Chiron is known in astrology as the wounded healer. It's an asteroid that represents our deepest vulnerabilities, our sore spots, but also our absolute greatest capacity to heal. Right now, Venus is conjoining Chiron right there in your sign in Aries.
Wait. Let me get this straight. The universe is handing Aries the blueprint to a 30-year empire, but simultaneously making them look at their deepest emotional wounds. Why on earth would a fast-moving fire sign who just wants to conquer the world and look forward want to look backward at old drama right now? It feels like hitting the brakes again.
Because, my honeys, if you are building a 30-year empire, you cannot pour a pristine concrete foundation over toxic groundwater.
Oh, wow. That makes sense.
If you don't evacuate that emotional poison now, it will seep up and crack the foundation of everything you were trying to build. This transit is going to bring up old emotional wounds.
Like what kind of wounds?
We're talking about past relationship disappointments, deep-seated feelings of not being valued, and heavy karmic ties. Do not be surprised if people from the past who caused you pain suddenly pop back up this week. You might get that infamous hey text at 2 in the morning from someone who drained your energy years ago.
Oh, the dreaded late-night text from the ghost of relationship past. I can't believe it. But why does that happen mechanically? Is it just the universe testing us for fun?
It is a test of your boundaries, yes, but definitely not for fun. Venus and Chiron together create a magnetic pull toward the past to see if you have actually learned your lesson.
Oh, okay.
The universe never sends a transit just to cause suffering. The purpose of this Venus-Chiron conjunction is to offer profound, permanent healing. But healing requires acknowledging the wound. You cannot put a bandage on a cut you refuse to look at.
Right. You have to clean it first.
Exactly. This is a crucial moment to recognize your own incredible worth and to cut ties with those who drain your energy. We absolutely have to talk about that sacred give-and-take balance, the alma verme dengesi.
The give-and-take balance, yes.
Yeah.
Because, Aries, you are so fiercely generous. When you love with a blazing fire, and you will protect your people like a warrior.
You really will.
You are always the friend who drives everyone to the airport at 4 in the morning, but when you need a ride, suddenly everyone is busy. That warrior energy gets exploited, doesn't it?
Absolutely. My dear coach, you are so fiercely loyal. Sometimes you are loyal to absolute nonsense.
So true.
And we have to stop that. You must stop fiercely protecting and giving your all to people who do not show up for you. This week, the universe is handing you a cosmic pair of scissors.
Snip, snip.
If the give-and-take balance is entirely one-sided, it is time to snip that cord. You cannot carry dead weight into this new 30-year cycle Saturn is building for you. Let the energy vampires stay in the past where they belong.
That makes so much sense. Evacuating the toxic groundwater before pouring the concrete. But honestly, doing all this deep emotional heart surgery, setting boundaries, and building a 30-year empire requires massive amounts of energy.
Oh, it is exhausting.
Which explains exactly why you might feel like you can barely get out of bed right now. It's not just the emotional toll. Looking at the sky indicators, there is a very physical, elemental reason why our fiery Aries is exhausted. Let's talk about the ruler of Aries, Mars.
This is such a vital piece of the puzzle this week. Mars is your ruling planet, meaning it governs your vital life force, your drive, your physical energy, your motivation. It is the warrior planet.
The fighter.
Exactly. But right now, Mars is swimming through the deep, emotional, boundless waters of Pisces.
Okay, wait, let's think about the physics of that. Mars is a planet of pure, aggressive fire, and Pisces is a vast, endless ocean. When you plunge a blazing torch into the ocean, it doesn't just go out quietly. It creates a massive, heavy, blinding cloud of steam.
That is a perfect way to put it. That disorienting steam is exactly why your fiery energy is fizzling out into pure exhaustion. Pisces is the vast ocean of the subconscious. It's a highly emotional, sensitive, and sleepy sign.
So your fierce warrior planet is essentially wearing cozy pajamas, wrapped in a blanket, and absolutely refusing to get out of bed.
Exactly. This creates an intense feeling of emotional fatigue for you. You might find yourself wanting to withdraw, to sleep for 12 hours, and to completely avoid the spotlight.
An Aries wanting a nap instead of a fight. I can't believe it. It's like a sports car stuck in a cozy, watery traffic jam. And let's be real about the cravings, because the planetary charts are absolutely screaming about this. Emotional eating is off the charts right now, isn't it?
Absolutely. Mars in Pisces wants comfort, and it seeks it through soothing the physical senses. Because that fire is turning to steam, your body is looking for quick energy and deep comfort.
Bring on the pasta.
You are going to be craving carbs, pastries, sweets, all the warm, heavy comfort foods. My nice-hearted listener, making a strict diet work this week is going to be nearly impossible. And you know what? That is completely okay. Give yourself a little grace.
I love that. Give yourself the pastry. Let the warrior eat a croissant. But the exhaustion isn't just physical, is it? The steam is clouding the mind, too, because we have our favorite cosmic trickster, Mercury, playing games right alongside a very confusing new moon.
Oh, Mercury. So Mercury is ending its retrograde phase, but it is currently in what we call a shadow phase.
The dreaded shadow phase.
The shadow phase is often when the most frustrating technical glitches happen. Why? Because the planet is moving incredibly slowly as it pivots back to forward motion. Imagine a high-speed train screeching to a halt, the wheels sparking before it slowly starts moving in the other direction. The momentum is entirely disrupted.
So what does this screeching train mean for daily life this week? Are we talking dropped calls, lost keys, and sending an email to the wrong boss?
Exactly that. You must double-check everything. Delayed travel, wrong train tickets, lost emails, and bizarre miscommunications are highly likely. And to add to this confusing soup, we're having a new moon in Pisces that is intimately connected with Neptune. Neptune is the planet of illusions, fogs, and dreams.
So let me get this straight. Your ruling planet is asleep in the ocean in pajamas. There's a new moon in the same watery sign. Neptune is casting a literal fog over everything, and Mercury's train has screeched to a halt.
Pretty much.
It sounds like a recipe for total, unadulterated chaos. If I'm an Aries, I want to punch my way out of this.
I know you do. But my honeys, punching the fog only exhausts you more. You can't fight steam. This alignment is a recipe for a beautiful, necessary surrender.
Surrender for an Aries.
Yes. My advice to you this week is to adopt a very specific mantra, and I want you to say it out loud when things go wrong. Let it stay messy. Let it stay broken.
Oh, I love that. Let it stay messy. Let it stay broken. It goes against every single instinct a warrior Aries has to fix things immediately and conquer the problem, but it's exactly what they need.
Exactly. Don't fight the office gossip. Don't force a project that is clearly stalled. If a communication gets crossed or an email bounces, let it go for now. Your job this week is to rest in the steam.
Just rest.
Because, let me give you the spoiler for next month. When Mars finally enters your home sign of Aries in April, that steam is going to turn back into a roaring inferno. You are going to be an unstoppable force of nature. Rest now, so you have the absolute maximum fuel for later.
Isn't it great? You literally have a cosmic permission slip to take a nap, eat a croissant, and ignore your emails. But we can't leave our honeys feeling entirely bogged down by tech glitches and fatigue, because the universe is also handing you some absolutely beautiful, sparkling gifts this week. Let's talk about the silver lining, starting with the giant of the solar system, Jupiter.
This is the wonderful news we've been waiting for. Jupiter is the planet of luck, expansion, and profound blessings.
The big lucky planet.
Since November, Jupiter has been in retrograde motion. When Jupiter is retrograde, its expansive energy turns inward. Mechanically, it feels like you are pushing a massive boulder up a steep hill, especially regarding tangible, real-world matters. You put in 100% of the effort, but only see 10% of the result.
The worst feeling.
But this week, Jupiter finally goes direct. The boulder has reached the top, and now it gets to roll down the other side.
I can't believe it. Finally. So wait, Jupiter has been backwards since November. That explains why every time an Aries tried to sign a lease or launch a project or change their environment, it felt like hitting a brick wall. So with Jupiter going direct, is that wall finally coming down?
It's completely crumbling. For you, my dear Aries, this specifically unblocks matters related to the home, your family, real estate, education, and commerce. All of those stalled projects are suddenly going to catch the wind in their sails.
Oh, that's amazing.
Things will speed up dramatically. If you've been wanting to move, if you've been waiting for a bank approval, or if you are trying to expand your educational horizons, the universe is finally saying, yes, proceed at full speed.
Isn't it great? I am so excited for this. The agonizing delays are over. And Jupiter isn't the only one bringing the good vibes. We have to talk about the moon and Uranus kicking off the week with an absolute lightning bolt of energy.
Right. As the week begins, the moon is conjoining Uranus in the sign of Taurus. Now, Taurus rules your sector of finances, material possessions, and most importantly, your personal value.
Okay.
Uranus is the planet of sudden, lightning bolt changes, innovation, and unexpected surprises.
Wait, so if Jupiter is expanding our home sector and Uranus is shocking our finance sector, does that mean that sudden, unexpected positive news regarding physical money is coming? Like windfalls?
Absolutely. You could receive an unexpected check in the mail, a sudden approval for a loan you thought was denied, or a surprising bonus at work. But beyond just the physical money, Uranus brings sudden aha moments of genius. Because it is in your house of value, you might experience a massive, sudden breakthrough regarding your own self-worth.
Oh, tell me more about that.
Well, you might wake up one morning and suddenly realize, wait a minute, my skills are incredibly valuable, and I deserve to be compensated highly for them.
Oh, wow. That ties right back into the Venus and Chiron healing we talked about earlier. Evacuating the toxic groundwater, recognizing your worth, demanding that give and take balance, and suddenly the financial opportunities align with that brand new self-respect. It's all completely connected.
It is a beautiful synergy. The cosmos is rewarding your emotional healing with tangible, real-world blessings. But, and I have to add my practical wisdom here. I can't help myself. While you should absolutely grab these sudden opportunities and run with them, you still must double-check the paperwork.
Ah, right, because of the screeching train, the pesky Mercury shadow.
Exactly. Read the fine print twice. Uranus brings the brilliant idea, Jupiter brings the expansive luck, but Mercury shadow means there might be a typo in the contract or a missed zero in the salary offer. Protect your blessings by being meticulous. Look at the details, even if it bores your fiery soul.
That is the perfect balance. Okay, let's bring it all together for our amazing Aries. We are looking at a link of incredible rebirth for our nice-hearted listener.
We really are.
You have survived the karmic closures. You are bravely looking at your old wounds and evacuating that toxic groundwater to heal your fiery hearts. You are preparing to launch into a brilliant, powerful, new 30-year cycle, building a magnificent engine for your life. You are learning to let things stay messy and eat the pastry while your energy recharges, knowing that the agonizing delays in your home and financial life are finally over.
It is a monumental week, truly. And as we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final, deeply important question to ponder as you navigate these energies.
Ooh, okay.
We've talked so much about building your empire, building the engine, setting up a reality that will last for 3 decades. But I want you to look even further.
Further than 30 years.
Yes. Since you are building a structure for the next 30 years, ask yourself, well, who are the people you truly want standing next to you when you reach the top of that mountain?
Oh, wow. That is incredibly powerful. Who is standing next to you at the top?
Exactly. A true empire outlasts its founder, and the people beside you matter just as much as the bricks you laid. Build something beautiful, my dears.
I love that so much. Well, my honeys, my dear Aries, we are sending you the warmest, most hopeful farewell and wrapping you in plenty of positive energy as you step into your glorious new year.
Sending all the positive energy.
Next week, your Aries is waiting for big surprises. In order not to miss it, don't forget to subscribe to our channel called What Do Stars Say?
Yes, please do.
If you like our horoscope interpretation of this week, don't forget to like it, and don't be shy to share your comment with us.
We absolutely love hearing from you. Have a beautiful, restful, and wonderfully transformative week, my dears.
Let it stay messy, enjoy the cake, and get ready to roar.
Yeah.
Goodbye, honeys.